Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're going to do some more cooking today, and today we're going to be making some carne asada street tacos. Carne asada being beef. I've gone ahead and gotten everything up and ready to get started, so we're going to go ahead and get going on the prep work. For this recipe, I've got 3 pounds of flank steak, and we're going to go ahead and get that set up and taken care of real quick. Holy cow, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. So now that this is all cut into strips, I'm going to cut them into bite-sized pieces so that it cooks faster. Oops. I'm going to try not to take off my fingers in the process too. Wash my hands. Okay guys, so I had to go get a new cutting board because once I've used a cutting board with raw meat, I don't use it again for anything else. So adding to this 3 pounds of flank steak that I've cut, I'm going to add 3 or 4 limes. Now, and that's it for the marinade for the meat. So we're going to let this sit while we cut a couple of things up. Oops. And then throw it on the pan in just a minute. Alrighty, so next up on the list is going to be Pico De Gallo. Now, I am putting on gloves. Yes, my hands are wet, so it's taking a minute. The reason for the gloves is this jalapeno. I had a bad experience touching my face after I cut up a jalapeno. I don't do that without gloves anymore because of that specific reason. I cheated a little bit this time for the preparation. I bought some pre-cut onions just simply because this is a lot of onion that I need for this particular recipe. So we're gonna get started with the onion. We're just gonna take that should be good. I'd say that's about a half of an onion, maybe. Medium-sized onion. This is my garbage bowl, so I don't have to keep going back and forth to my garbage can. Now, so Pico De Gallo is just a fresh salsa. It's tomatoes, it's onions, jalapeno, a little bit of cilantro, pretty much it. I'm seasoning the tomatoes because of the water content. To make sure that not too much water gets into it. All right, so the tomato and the onion are together. Ooh, I don't want that piece in there. And they're mixed up really good. So now for the main reason why I'm going to put on these gloves. The jalapeno. Now jalapeno, I am really not a fan of. I don't like heat. Well, I don't like too much heat, I should say. That smells really good. Try to cut this about without making too many slices and dices. I always make sure that when I'm cleaning a jalapeno, I take out the ribs as well, because those have a considerable amount of heat also. I have a bunch of dogs who want some food, but they're not getting it. Ha ha! Now the jalapeno, because I don't like it too hot, I chop it up pretty small. I just don't like heat. Now I'm going to take these off. So they have served their purpose. All right. Let's go ahead and mix this up real quick. It looks kind of like Christmas colors to me. The green and the red and the white. 2 limes. I may need more than 2 because this one is not very juicy at all. final ingredient, cilantro. Here comes the fun part. I got it all over me. Alright, the pico is done. I'm going to clean up a little bit here and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start cooking our meat. I'll see you back in a minute. Alrighty guys, so pretty much what I've got going on here is I've got my big skillet preheating. It's on medium heat right now. It's got 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in there, and I've made sure that the bottom of the pan is completely coated. So what I'm waiting for right now is for a ripple effect. Pretty much what that means is that you can start to see where the oil itself has started to heat up and it starts to move around a little bit easier. Looks like we're ready for that. We'll go ahead and put the meat in. Now once again, this is 3 pounds of flank steak that has been marinated in lime juice, salt, and pepper. And I have it on medium heat, but I think I'm going to turn it up to medium high. I'll let this cook for just a couple of moments. There we go. Spread it all out so it gets nice and warm. Alrighty guys, so I stopped doing the recording while this was cooking because for some reason it just wasn't coming out very well. But now it's cooking beautifully. Sorry about the dogs, they want to go downstairs with Trinity and Jordan. So I'm going ahead and I'm getting the rest of this cooked up, but while that's happening, trust the onions again. Thank goodness for the prep work at the grocery store. Just add a few little bit of onion in there to get it all cooked up. Alright, so we're just going to let this sit, let it cook up, let the onions get a little bit soft, and then we will go from there. Alrighty, so we're coming to the final stretch. I want this to brown up a little bit more. So with the lime juice being on this for about maybe, I'm going to say 10 minutes, it helped not only marinate but tenderize the steak, so that helps in the process as well. Instead of having to eat chewy stuff, it'll be a little bit easier for us to digest. Voila! New pan! So pretty much with the plating up of this, you need to heat up your tortilla. And the reason why I say you need to heat up your tortilla is because you don't want to put hot meats into a cold tortilla, because all that's going to do is lower the temperature of your meat and make it to where it doesn't taste as good as it could. So this is currently heating up. It is a dry pan. There is absolutely nothing on here, because what I'm going to do with the tortilla is throw it on just a couple of seconds on one side, a couple of seconds on the other. Flour tortilla! Okay, maybe more than a couple of seconds. Probably gonna end up flipping it one more time. Okay, so the plating of this is extremely simple. This is a very, very easy, very, very simple food. This is Mexican Parmesan cheese. Very good. It's very amazing. All you're going to do, take your meat. No, you guys can't have any of this. This is all mine. A little bit of the Pico De Gallo, because I like the fresh tomatoes and the onions on it. And then a little bit of this Parmesan. Now see, it's shaped differently than the Parmesan that I'm used to. This is little crumbles. Hush, you can't have this. This is mine. I'm hungry. And then next up is just a couple of pieces of cilantro. Okay, taste test. So this is what it looks like. It's just got the meat and the onion, the cilantro, the Pico De Gallo, the Parmesan. Are we ready? Here we go. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I'm sorry. That is so clean. There's not a muddling of tastes, of spices, anything like that. You can definitely taste the Parmesan. You can taste the lime. You can taste pretty much everything. Spot on. I'm going to go ahead and add the recipe as well. I had been requested to start adding the recipes. I don't know why I didn't think about that the first time. I do apologize. But I will be adding this recipe and the Pico De Gallo recipe on here as well. You can do this with chicken. You can also do this with seafood. Shrimp is one of the better ones to use. A white fish would be really good because it's a firm fish. It's able to hold up to the marinade. The only thing is the marinade of the lime does pre-cook, so keep that in mind if you're going to use the fish. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I do hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you get to try it soon. Many blessings.